Hello again, friends. Rebecca here. Welcome back to the channel. Today, my prompt for myself is blue, if you couldn't tell. So I kind of went around, grabbed some blue stuff. I've got some blue Nuvo Mica Mist in a Nebula blue. I grabbed some blue ribbon. Very, very old from recollection. So let's see what we can do with that. I have these few little blue. Well, there's some teal in there, but there are at least one or two actual blues. Well, two. Actually five. I could probably get away with. I always forget about them because they're in this little magnet thing, which I have now since moved to where I can see it all the time. So we're going to try to use those a few blue hearts. I'm going to do some stitching with some blue thread. Blue gems. Two photos here of me getting ready to go to the NASCAR race, and then at the NASCAR race, and oh Lord, was it hot, so I'm sweaty. And then we've got the Blue Mood collection by Craft a Clock, and all kinds of the basics flower set number 9 in blue. So I'll be doing some fussy cutting. We're going to kind of do a simple layout today, having the stitching be the main element. So we've got the Blue Mood here. We've got cut aparts on the back. We got page 1, page 2, page 3, 4, and 5. The only one. We have 6, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we're missing this one right here. Okay. Then actually thinking we're going to use this one anyway. I do have the other collection pack there. I designed for this company, as you know, and they were very generous with sending their design team product to play with. Like, lots of my little cubbies are full of the Craft a Clock items. So we're going to go ahead. See, that's the page that's missing. Use that to make our photos because it's easy peasy right there. So on top of all their collections that they actually have all these solid, just color collections. And I think that's awesome. So I'm just going to do a column design, do some stitching all the way down, and then come in with a few of the embellishments and such. So I'm going to go ahead and should probably splatter first. Splatter it up nicely. Okay. When you use anything with shimmer or mica, you should roll it between your hands like this, because the mica will get stuck in the little tubey and you won't be able to spray. And I'm 100% sure that this one doesn't even spray anymore. See all the mica in there as it starts to like settle. All right. So it's kind of like, we're just going to go for it. I'm just going to splatter, being careful. So obviously the closer you go, the bigger the drops, and the more controlled that you have. But let's be honest, it's splattering. How much control do you really have? And this stuff settles very quickly, so I usually kind of just shake it up every once in a while. I am just trying to stay in the center if anything happens to jump out. A big drop right there. Let's do a big drop right there. So if you can't get the drops where you want them, just make them yourself. Just trying to pop them in all the little areas. No. There we go. So what I did there was I kind of shook it up in my lid. All right, that's what I'm looking for, except we've got a big mess going on now. You do have to be careful because it does start to run down the bottle. Oh, I'm trying to get my rag. All right. There we go. Get some really nice big splatters on there. And it will dry all shimmery and shiny. And it will be pretty, pretty, pretty. So I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to poke my holes. This one does actually have a grid on it. I don't know if you guys can see that, so it might be very easy to pop the holes. But what I usually do is I flip it over and draw my line and then do them an inch apart. I might do these a ½ inch. Just depends on what my feel is for the moment. So I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to trim my photos down, get those matted, get the stitching done, and we'll come back and do a layout. All right, so I've got the 2 photos on here. This one I cut a frame and put on there. Got 2 photos. I did use all the ribbon to tie a bow. The stitching down the center there. I'm just going to get on some florals. I'm just bending up the leaves so it looks a little more realistic. I'm just going to start tucking. And so I'm just grabbing all different kinds of flowers and just bending them in. So we can create some fun little floral clusters. Trying to make sure that I can get ones that actually will bend. Some of them won't. Just kind of pinch it and then roll it. Pinch it and roll it. And then a dollop of glue. I do hold it for a minute. I just come in and do the same thing with the leaves. Tuck this one right there. This one has a whole bunch of them, so you just want to, just basically squeezing it together, creasing it if you have to. They don't want to bend and it hurts. I'm just going to get this guy stuck. Right there and let it kind of flow up. And so that's just kind of what I'm doing. We're going to create and beef up these clusters and make them look fun and alive and pretty. hold it for a minute. So that's my plan, sticking with blue. My pictures do pop because they have a bit of red and that pink, the lady with the pink shirt on is right behind me. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and before we put anything else on, we'll be right back. Alright, so I did beef them up a little bit, and then I put those little hearts around. Now we're going to scatter these little guys. I was thinking, yes, making them the centers. Some of the flowers. Just kind of tucking them in. Just add a little bit more shimmer and shine to what we have going on. Enjoyed stitching on my layouts lately. Do you guys do that? Do you? I mean, this really isn't so much stitching as just adding some depth and dimension to the background. And so we're able to use another row of these guys. So everything was put away. I'm very anal about that. I have to clean up after each layout. I can't leave a mess because messes leave me crazy. So anyway, that's going to do it for today's layout. Do all the fun YouTubey things like subscribe, join the membership if you want to play along with me every week, and check out my Facebook group, and I'll see you guys later with another video. Bye.